word that I would use.
Another word is bad for Snake. The worst, maybe.
Yeah, but he did just have to come up against Fallen's Mega Man.
Yeah, this is true.
And when you play the character too, you know a little bit more about what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he's going to have a chance for that. I don't know what everybody is running for.
There's a redemption bracket.
So, yeah, everyone was popping off. It was like anyone who didn't make top 32, you're eligible for a redemption bracket. Stain popped off. Trout popped off.
Oh, no.
Am I eligible?
You didn't even enter.
If you pay venue fee.
I don't want to pay the venue fee, so I'm okay.
No,
I didn't even break the controller.
You're going to commentate with me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Wait, who beat Stain in losers?
Yeah, who beat Stain?
Who beat Stain in losers? I think it was
I feel like it was
Kurt Kong. It was Kurt Kong.
Kurt Kong. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Not even a bad loss.
Yeah, definitely not a bad loss.
It's been a stacked tournament, man. There's been some losses to, for some people that you expect to go pretty far, but
yeah, and that's courtesy of some of the SC players, or only two of them actually, Perkong, and then we have Peabnut right here, ready to get it rolling.
Yeah, we rocking and rolling, baby.
And already starting off pretty strong, keeping Scatt in the air. Definitely not where Scatt wants to be. He wants a solid land. Man, making it hard.
Yeah, making it really hard right there is Scatt's going to come low, low, low here. And I mean, Snake has a lot of recovery, but man, that was pushing it to its limits, and those limits don't exist right there.
Yeah, especially when the C4 is just like literally right at the ledge that you're trying to get back to. You know, you're not going to get back.
No, that's a tough one for him. But just the first stock here, best of three. Going to be I don't know if it'll be a fast one. I think it'll be slow, really, for a best of three. But still, only 3 games between these guys. And Scatt,
yep,
trying to make this this stage look like Vietnam right now, just throwing grenades everywhere.
Everywhere. But, it's going to start off fast. Peabnut trying to make quick work of these stocks. That way he doesn't have to worry about Snake lasting too long. But, man, it is probably going to slow down once these two get acquainted with each other because, at the end of the day, they're playing slow characters and they're really patient. That's the mark of a top player, knowing when to slow it down.
And 2 of the sneakiest heavy characters in the game, right?
Yeah.
Both of them, a lot of weight on them, maybe more than it even looks like they would have. That Metal Boy and Megaman, pretty hefty. And, of course, Snake, a big old man himself, big buff man, got a lot of weight on him, not going to die too early.
Yeah, you think Megaman, he kind of looks like a kid.
Yeah.
Is he really a Mega Man or Mega Boy?
I think Mega Boy would be a lot more accurate for especially this iteration of it.
Maybe Mega Lad.
Mega Lad is, yes, for sure, exactly what he should be called. But Peabnut right now, again, taking that stock so early.
Yeah, and that's trouble for Scatt because once Snake has to start playing, aggressive, especially against a character that's considered one of his worst because neutral is just near impossible for this character, it's going to be hard to get in.
Yeah, so these characters kind of have similar game plans overall. A little bit more to the extent for Snake, right? Snake is so much about zoning and setting up and making the entire stage really impossible for you to land on or live on. You kind of want to do a similar thing with Mega Man, zoning out, controlling as much space as possible. It's not about being like, hey, you can't land here. It's more about like, you can't approach me here. And that kind of keeps Snake from being able to set up where he needs to control the space as well.
Yep.
And like you said, that means it's such a good matchup for Mega Man.
For sure, and it's looking like it right now. I don't know if we're going to see a switch, maybe even the Mega Man Ditto, which I'm not sure how acquainted he is to that, but he also has Sephiroth in the back. But this is looking like Peabnut's game. I don't know what Scatt is able to do in terms of making a comeback. He wants to create trades, but that's only really when he's in the advantage.
Yeah, and Mega Man's really good. He's anti-trade, the character, right? Like, he does a really good job of just backing out on you and not letting you take those trades. Everything he does is a projectile, basically, besides back air and forward air.
Pretty
like,
much.
every move is basically a projectile. So, you can't trade with projectiles, right?
It's hard.
And like you said, that's what Snake wants to do. He wants to trade. So, Peeb doing his job well, staying away, keeping the space, not letting him come in, set up, get a grenade in for a hit or a trade or anything.
Yep. He knows the scouting report for sure. Snake, not an uncommon character by any means.
No.
Very popular, especially, coming back into this game. A lot of people
yeah.
were like, oh, Snake, man, I love Metal Gear. He's such a sick character, even if you don't really play the main series. So that's how it was for Scatt, at least. Played him in Brawl, and he was like, oh, he's coming back. Well, going to pick him up. Keep Mega Man in the back, or alongside, actually, really. And
yeah,
now having that trifecta of characters along with Sephiroth, we'll see what he wants to do. I think Sephiroth might not be too bad of a pick.
And this is, I think, what Scatt is thinking about right here. When he's going for his stage pick, you can see him thinking about it. He's like, do I want to stick with the Snake or do I want to go to the Sephiroth? And that's what he's thinking about with his stage pick, because, you know, he's going to go probably 2 different places with either of those characters. You see him going back and forth, and in his head he's like, you know what? I did kind of get beat a lot in neutral there, but I got to go with my main. I got to go with the character that, you know, I feel the most comfortable on. When you're playing against a character like Peabnut, it can be so hard. But I like sticking to your guns here.
For sure. And small battlefield, just living up to its name, a little bit smaller than Pokemon Stadium 2. So a lot less places for Mega Man to run away and avoid the traps that Scatt wants to set up. But regardless, it's looking like more of the same from game 1. Pretty big % differential right now.
Yeah, really it is. And Scatt's trying to go low and army crawl under these pellets, but Peeb's like, that's fine. I'll just throw other stuff at you, man. Like, I don't have to lemon you to death.
Options upon options. Here we go. Kind of trapped in the corner, but Mega Man doesn't really.
He's okay.
Yeah,
he doesn't care.
He's not scared. Just throw out the pellets, and they'll get you to safety.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, again, Snake's game plan. Trade and not lock you in the corner, but Mega Man's like, I will just throw projectiles at you. Even like my smash attack, I can throw at you from this corner. It doesn't bother me at all. And you're seeing that happen here. Is the Lord,
no.
He called those off of Scatt's own moves to kill him.
Unfortunate. Really a team kill right there. You know, his grenade working against him. And now in a disadvantaged state against Peeb. This is scary business, Joe.
Yeah, it really is. As I like the C4 drop right there. That covers so many options.
Yep.
Doesn't allow Peeb to do anything. And this is much better situation to be in. Last game when he took the stock, he was already at like 60 or 70%. Now, much more doable, much more even. Gets a grab here and is going to be able to follow up on it. Only 20% down.
Yep, going for those downers. Actually a deceptively safe move. I think it's actually positive on shield or like -1 or 2. It's actually pretty disgusting and, you know, it keeps you safe and keeps Peabnut warm at night. Yeah.
Oh, great knowledge right there to know that you can wall jump off the battlefield, because it looked like he was going to get a little low, might not be able to make it back, but instead just going to use that ledge or that slant to get right back to the stage. But here we go, Scatt.
Wait a second.
With the lead, and not just percent, but stock now as the C4 kill, the second of this game.
C4 coming through. Didn't take a single stock last game, and now taking both. And we'll see what happens as this game progresses.
Yeah, this has been a really good counter pick for Scatt right here. This small stage has allowed him to be much more of a menace with these grenades, with this C4, control so much more space. There's not as much room for Peabnut to run. We've talked about how he's a lot more comfortable in the corner than most characters are, but the corner is so small here that Scatt's able to close out so much space and rack up so much damage. Look at this, already at 82, 96%.
And counting. I don't know, man. It's looking like Scatt's game here, you know, figuring something out against this Mega Man. Oh, okay. Trying to use a Cypher to maybe sneak his way out of the corner. And doing so nicely, getting back thrown off. We'll see how he recovers this time. He really got to mix it up against Mega Man, and especially Peeb. He's so reactive.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you're talking about right there. Reacts and gets the fair for the kill. That Flame Sword's going to come out. But Scatt get a little bit more chip damage with a grenade on. He's going to go with the side B here. Pop that out. Tries to cover the jump with the up smash. But Peeb just bouncing up and around, just waiting on it as Scatt's looking for anything here. He's probably going to try to set up C4, see if he can't get another kill soon, if he can get an advantage state.
Oh, okay. So Peeb actually threw one of those grenades, and it hurt him after excuse me. What was that range? He was literally at the ledge. Like,
yeah.
Did you see where Scatt was? He was under the battlefield platform, like in the middle of it.
Yes, and Scatt somehow reaching out across right here and getting the up tilt. I loved the option there. It's such a bold option, too. It's a fast move.
Yeah.
Comes out, it does kill early. But for the most part, he'd been kind of in shield there close to Peabnut. He had not been really trying to pick any aggressive options like that. And really, that up tilt's really the only aggressive option he can do to counter an anti-aerial there. And he does. And like you said, long range on it, knows the character's hitbox well.
Yep.
Because that was the very edge of it to be able to get that kill.
Looking like a forward tilt right there.
For real.
That range. And Scatt going to even this up and bringing it to Battlefield, a stage that, you know, not too shabby for Snake as Peabnut's counterpick. So I wonder what the reasoning is. Maybe stage comfortability, because I've seen the extensions Peeb can get on this stage, and it's actually disgusting.
Yeah, it's true. But I think you're kind of trying to fight fire with fire here, Scatt. We saw how comfortable he can be on a smaller stage like this with a smaller platform when he can control the space. And I think knowing that this is a definitely a losing matchup overall for Snake, you got to play to your strengths and play to the small stage, even if it does help Peabnut get those extensions that he has. Even if Peabnut's playing his game, it does help him.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to believe that you can play your game here, otherwise you're not going to win the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, we got to give a lot of credit to Scatt for figuring out this matchup and, like, probably the best in the world at this matchup, considering how bad it is. Scatt, he's just a savant, man. And there's not much more you can say about it.
Yeah, and again, it's the extensive experience on Megaman really helps here. He knows exactly how he would want to play this, and he knows what would what options would hurt him the most in this, and he's able to pick those most of the time, especially when the stage is small like this.
Yep.
Plus, the small stage allows him to get the trades. We talked about Snake wants to trade with you because trades means he wins, he does more damage, he lives longer, and he kills earlier with almost everything he does.
For sure. And you can see Peeb's game plan right now is just utilize that top platform. Anytime he's in a bad spot, just go there, knowing that Snake really can't chase too hard without overcommitting.
Exactly, and now we're going to get the up tilt yet again. I like that. Not going to kill here, but does a lot of damage there. Now setting up again near the ledge. Going to jump, shield, press up, and he's going to get hit by his own grenade. But again, you can see just how he's pressing into the space of Peabnut, who's now finally got a little bit more of the stage.
All right, and pushing himself in, and Scatt kind of just got caught off guard. Back air is going to come through, as it has many a time.
And I'm surprised he died there because it looked like he jumped. And I figured he would be able to cancel his momentum and be able to save, but he must have been right in the edge of the blast zone as he jumped right there and not able to cancel his momentum in time.
Yeah, unfortunate right there. And now giving Peeb the lead. I think the lead is very important in this matchup. If Snake doesn't have it, you can't let it get out of hand.
Right, he's going to have to get the kill very soon. He only gets a jab punish there. Sets up the side B again, trying to pressure as much as he can. Grenade here, going to take some damage from it. Not get a kill yet. The dash attack not going to do it. And again, Scatt looking for these kills. Peeb is doing a really good job of staying alive on a character that, known for the ability to find kills.
Yep. And one grab will be able to take it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, Peeb's not making it real easy for Scatt to be able to find the grab, just keeping out with lemons and, myriad of projectiles. But right there, that was a pretty good find from Scatt. And now he's got some work to do because Peeb racked on the extra credit for sure. Here we go.
Oh, man, I love the jab mix-ups that he's doing here and getting soft hits to be able to extend some combos, which, maybe don't add more damage, but they do end up giving you more control, which can lead to damage overall. And right now, Scatt's brought this back to almost dead even.
It's not surprising by any means. But, man, it's really anyone's game. These two are so evenly matched. I love to see it. And this is only winner's quarters, too. Like, there's so many other top-level matches that are yet to be seen. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Playing right around the range of Scatt's up tilt. And that's pretty difficult.
And I like what Peeb did there. He baited out the C4. So now he's got a platform to go to. Now he knows he can get back down to the ground. Baited out a lot of up smashes, baited out the C4, and he was able to get back to the stage. But Scatt still able to play around that, and Peeb doesn't get back to the stage right there. I'm not really sure what happened, Cargo. Was he just out of range?
That's playing so careful that you're too careful, and then just not getting the right height that you want. The C4 was looming. Scatt up B and then dropped it down and tried to wait as long as possible for Pete to get back, and just wasn't able to. And now Scatt gonna have to use his grenades to recover himself. Great tech.
Oh.
Here we go. Scatt bringing out the master class Snake tech.
Really, it is. And again, Snake so heavy, man. He can live at 172 a lot more than even heavier characters can because of his recovery as well.
Yeah.
So, great stuff from him. Gets another 30% there from a time when he should have died at 170%. So, great stuff from Scatt, but Peeb's coming right back at him, trying to put it in his face with these lemons. Now backing away, getting a little bit here, jumping there, just to get a little bit of damage on a Scatt who's back up to 20%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the grenade exploding on the dash tag. Ill-advised. He does go for that to time. I don't really understand it, but of course, the mind of Peeb is really an enigma. You never really know. Oh no. Okay, he didn't get sticky. I thought he got him.
Yeah, and Peeb's doing a really good job of keeping up with the C4 location. Last game he got caught out by it a couple of times, and he's taking some trades trying to avoid the C4 a lot here. But he's not getting caught out by it. So, I mean, that's really good, and now he's finally going to get a little damage on. There's the blade that he wants. That's a little bit of an extension there to get a good trade going his way. as he's, again, trying to get in. But Scatt's okay with this. He's trading it back, getting a little bit more damage on, and now we're back. 30% separates the two. Really could go either way right now. Both characters right at kill percent or right
Oh,
below
no!
it is. Oh, my Lord, he sets him up, and he gets the up tilt. Peeb, what are you doing, man? A phenomenal setup there to get into it.
That was a perfect bait right there from Peeb, just staying right out of the range of Snake, and that one burst option really hurt him. He turned around, too, to make sure he gets that hit on the Metal Blade from the Z-drop. Up tilt. Oh, here we go. We're about to see it right there. The dash attack bait, a move that's great in its own right, but when it's predictable, it's going to get called out. Peabnut doing a masterful job of closing out Scatt there.
Yeah.
And moving on.
And I want to point out Peeb's ability to space right there. Get to the edge of that dash attack range.
So
you don't get any shield stun on it. You can jump out of it and drop it down and get the up tilt.
One more set before top 8, and we actually had 2 people request that these 2 be on commentary just for Omega.
Oh, they can do it.
And then we can have you all back for top 8.
Wait, who's the other person?
Spickles and June.
No, who's playing? Omega
and Vendetta.
Oh, interesting. All right. So June Spickles, let's get it.